What's up, friends? Welcome back again. On this episode of Shawn's Riff Time Machine, I want to talk about one of my favorite groups of super nerds that eventually formed one of the best death metal bands ever, and that is Bolt Thrower. Bolt Thrower is a band that comes from Coventry, England. Old school death metal, we're talking like 86 here, before death metal was even a real big thing. They were primarily, I guess in the beginning, more of a grindcore band, so think like Napalm Death. Grindcore being an amalgamation of thrashy death metal riffs with kind of the England punk scene that was really prominent in the late 70s, early 80s, mid 80s. Grindcore kind of evolved from that. It's noisy, it's fast. So their first couple albums have some of that influence for sure, and then they kind of settled on the classic Bolt Thrower sound after their third or fourth album, which is a little slower, sludgy, detuned. You know, they were doing drop A before Gent Kids got a hold of it, and yeah, kind of this instantly recognizable song style and tone. It's massive, it's heavy, it's like a tank, and that's what they're going for. The name Bolt Thrower comes from the tabletop RPG Warhammer 40k, and they included a lot of battle elements, war themes in their music, and it sounds like that. Their music is a little bit basic. It's not very intricate, but it's powerful. And I've been a fan of Bolt Thrower for a really long time. This isn't a band that toured very much. They really didn't. And so they are kind of an anomaly of a band. They have this huge cult status, a lot of rabid fans. Didn't get very popular ever, but I think a lot of people kind of look to them as pioneering very important old school death metal sound. I had a chance to see Bolt Thrower at Party Sand Open Air 2008. I really like them. They're kind of a collectible band. You can't find authentic Bolt Thrower merchandise. It's almost impossible. They only sold t-shirts at their shows. You know, you couldn't go to Earache or Metal Blade's website at any time and buy a Bolt Thrower shirt. You got them at the shows. And so you know, the band has since disbanded. Their drummer, who was the drummer for probably the longest in the band, Martin Kearns, he died in 2015. And the band disbanded shortly after that. And there's been talks about some tribute shows or doing some things to honor him, but it's never really materialized into anything. But yeah, I feel very fortunate. I had a chance to see him, and picked up a shirt at the show that's probably pretty valuable these days. So yeah, so the original members, kind of the founding members, would be Barry Thompson, Gavin Ward, and Joe Bench. Joe Bench being probably the first or one of the first female musicians in extreme music, and she's the bass player, and she's awesome. She's rad. They had a couple of different drummers. Martin Kearns was in there longest, and a who's who of vocalists. Carl Willits was kind of in and out the most, but they had Dave Ingram and Martin Van Drunen, who are classic death metal vocalists from Benediction and Asphyx, and had some great members in their band. So I'm more of a fan of the later albums than the first couple. Their last album came out in 2006, For Those Once Loyal, which I think is a masterpiece. The song I'm going to play today actually comes from the album The Fourth Crusade. It's the title track, The Fourth Crusade. This is the very first Bolt Thrower song I ever heard. I got it on random. I've said this before. I had a massive collection of music when I got home from my mission. And I used to just put it on random because it was almost overwhelming to try and pick something. I put it on random, and one day I got The Fourth Crusade on a shuffle, and it stuck out to me. And I remember listening to the whole rest of the album shortly after and became a pretty big fan. So check out Bolt Thrower. They are iconic, and I love them. freight train or a tank. Brutal. Go listen to it.